All right, week 7 of the pregnancy.
Very excited. Actually, I'm not excited. I'm just so sleepy.
It's so sleepy.
I am so tired.
The weirdest thing is, on my end, because let's be honest, how I'm feeling is way more important, is the idea...
Tell me about that.
It's the idea of like feeling bad for your symptoms while simultaneously being like, it means it's working.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I totally know, because like every time I feel like a cramp, I go, ooh, it's working. Like it's good. Like I'm getting like a little baby reminder. Every time I get like a zappy boob pain, I'm like, yay, hormones. Yeah. The heartburn, when I get tired, it's always like, yes, all right, this is good. These are good, happy fetal development symptoms.
Yeah, but I mean, it is weird to you come in and you go like, I'm hurting, and you walk away and I'm just like, my wife's in pain. Like, it's very weird to have that mentality.
No, it is. And I am so sleepy. Mm-hmm. I am a little sleepy sheepy, and I can't. And here's the thing. Rest doesn't do shit.
No,
it doesn't do crap. Like if I get a proper amount of rest, I feel like manageable. Mm-hmm. And that is the dream right now, is just to have me at a manageable level.
Right.
There is no, I will not feel energized for a bit.
Well, you said today that you felt like you had the flu, but just without all of the external symptoms. You had the body drain of that.
I have, like, it feels like my body, it feels like in the same, like when you have a flu and it feels like you're almost like walking through butter. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like.
That sounds, I mean, am I just hungry? Because that sounded more delicious. That was more delicious than me empathizing with your pain. I was like, oh, I could go for some of that right now.
Yeah, you just give you a slab of butter.
Yeah, just let me walk through. I'll just walk through with bread, just walking through butter.
I mean, that's what I'm craving right now. I mean, but so the food cravings have kicked in, and it is the most specific. So this is what happened. I was sleeping because that's all I do now is I sleep, and I was dreaming, and this happened at the end of last week, and I was dreaming of food, and I was just dreaming of eating all of the food, and at the end of the dream, I was eating these most amazing fluffy buttermilk biscuits, and then I woke up and I was like, I'm craving buttermilk biscuits, which is the most random specific thing.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. It's just hard not to feel like I've failed, because you used to go like, I dreamt of you, and now you're like, I'm dreaming of biscuits.
I mean, it's sort of I'm dreaming of you.
Am I handing you the biscuits?
No, but the thing of you that is inside me is causing me to dream of biscuits.
Right. I'm such in control of your life that I'm creating things that are making you want.
Do you want to be in control of my life?
No.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't sound great.
No. I don't think you want to do that.
So what we're doing is we are cataloging the experience and the journey of your pregnancy. Let's talk about the we're pregnant thing. Like, because you do have a joke about that on stage.
Yes.
We're trying.
I have a joke about we're trying.
How do you genuinely feel about the idea? We're at a dinner party. And we're meeting people, and maybe you really want to make a good impression. And before you can say anything to explain why we're late, how you're feeling, anything like that, I put my arm around you and I go, we're pregnant. How do you feel about it?
Actually, okay, so I was always in camp, I'm pregnant, it's not we're pregnant. I always was. But now that I'm pregnant, I'm actually camp, we're pregnant.
Why?
Because that feels awkward to say that, like, if you're there, not saying we're pregnant feels strange. That does feel like I'm cutting you out of the conversation.
Yeah.
If it's like just me and a friend and I'm going like, I'm pregnant, like that's one thing. But if you're there, it's like, no, we're pregnant.
Right.
This was a team effort. Now you more were like the water boy.
Yeah.
And I am doing literally the offense, defense. I am kicker. I'm doing the whole thing. But you're there. You're a part of it.
This is definitely not a sports podcast, but it does feel like that when baseball, when they like have a pitcher come in for like an inning, you know, it's like, I'll just come in and take care of this. And you need a left-handed pitcher, I'll come in and okay, now I'm back to the dugout. All right, good night, everybody. Like, that's what it feels like.
I think we should challenge ourselves to make everything a sports metaphor. even though you and I know jack shit about sports.
We will lose so many followers and so many listeners, but then we will gain a bunch who think it's a sports podcast who will lose again when they realize how bad we are at the sports metaphor. I was about to
say they will not just be upset, they will riot.
Yeah. We'll get some comments.
How dare we make those comments about football?
Right. That's fascinating to me because I do agree, but I simultaneously feel really weird about just lumping us both in together. I
don't feel like there's a perfect phrase for it.
No. I mean, the truth is you're pregnant and I'm going to be a father.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is, but that's too long.
Well, I'm pregnant and you're there.
Well, I think I have a little bit more investment than that, but sure, For
the time being.
Yeah.
Like at the current status.
Yeah.
Status.
So we've watched the video about like what our bebe looks like now.
It's a blueberry.
It's a little blue. It's the size of a blueberry, and he has little. They have little oven mitts hands with like little bumps, and we're finding it difficult. We came up with the name Baby High, right? Because we were like, we need something besides the creature or like the thing.
Or just baby.
Or just baby.
Because if we call it baby, we call our dog baby all the time, and our dog thinks we're talking about
We did not think about that when we decided to just go like, you lose wee baby? Like,
yeah. So she always responds when we talk about the baby.
Right.
I think if we just kept referring to the baby as the puppy, I think she'll be like, okay, puppy. Like that. She's not
got it.
Got it. We've referred to it as, we keep referring to it as belly baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we also refer to it, like with our dog. We're like, there's a belly baby in here. There's a little puppy.
And pillow baby is the baby that's sleeping on the pillows right now, and belly baby is inside there.
For anyone who doesn't know, we have a pug, so she is Princess.
She is the love of my life.
She is the love of your life.
And so we've lost the tail. The alien tail from the previous week.
So yes, the baby.
I love real quick. I love the idea of someone going like, "Oh, cool, a pregnancy podcast," and then they happen to like click right into the spot where I'm like, "We've lost the tail," and just have them be like, "I don't think this is the right podcast."
So yes, no, I mean, so the baby looks less reptilian. Because before it was kind of looking like the thing that jumps out of the person's stomach in Alien.
Yeah.
It was not looking cute. Yeah. Now it's looking a little bit more like humanoid. It has like little dots where the nose is going to be, little like craters for the ears. It has like oven mitts for hands, and it did have a tail. The tail is gone. And right now it's losing its yolk sac, and the umbilical cord is like forming.
The features of the baby look like if you asked me to draw a fully realized baby right now. Like, because I'm so bad, I'd just be like a little
it's
this,
a little lump.
and then a little this for a little slit for and then there's baby, and it's like maybe a little premature. Do you feel any kind of like anxiety or guilt at the way we are talking about, literally publicly, about what will eventually be our child? Did you feel anything weird about like last time we kind of were like, it's like the thing that pops out of your chest in Alien? Is that, I mean, that's what it is right now. And that's how we're emotionally processing the evolution.
I would say, I mean, like, obviously, like, we don't know our child's personality. We don't know. But my thought, and obviously this could shift once we get to know our child and we understand, like, maybe our child is like a little bit more sensitive or something. But I think, and I'm under the impression that we are raising this child. Our child is going to very much understand our sense of humor. They're going to grow up around it. And I think that they are going to very much know how loved and supported they are, and how this all comes from a very fun place.
Yeah.
There's
going to be a lot of this kind of talk in the household.
Now, if our child does not have that personality, if they're a little softer, if they're a little bit more sensitive, then we are going to have to shift gears, and then we can do that. And that's totally fine. And maybe then we have to sort of like buffer and explain things a little bit. And that's also totally okay. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an issue, but if it is, I think we can adjust easily.
Isn't it fascinating that the idea that our kid is going to be able to not just like hear about their origin, but like listen to a podcast
about their parents going through,
about their parents processing it. Meanwhile, you and I have to like go through the back of a scrapbook just to find photos of our parents together. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird one generational shift goes from like, you know, hey, could you tell me anything about what my parents were like, please? To like,
I know way too much about my parents.
To our kids fast forwarding through our podcast because it's too boring to find out.
It is. The shift on how much is now available, like how much pictures, filming you can now do of your child, how much you know about your parents is overwhelming.
Oh yeah.
There is no man behind the curtain anymore.
Well, look at just pictures of us. Like there's one picture of me like per year until I was like 12. Like there's like literally one existing picture. I feel like I'm born in the 1850s or something. Meanwhile, like we have an entire hard drive of photos of our dog because we can't delete it.
We really should get a computer just devoted to her photos and videos.
I'm glad. This is what now the podcast is about. Let's talk about how
I mean, we're going to have to get all new phones, like brand new memory, just for baby photos.
Yep.
Given like how I know we were with our puppy.
Yeah.
How we're going to be with the freaking baby.
Oh yeah. Do you think there is going to be, can you conceptualize right now you going, I don't need that one? And deleting it off your phone?
I can't do that with Starina's photos. I can't do that. Like, I'm just like, no, but her paw's like here.
I know, it's the exact same photo.
And then her paw's like here.
It's the same photo, but she's going like this, and she's going like this, and we're like, they're both perfect.
I need both of them. I need both of them. I can't choose.
Okay.
So no, we're going to be awful with that.
So let's get to the main event because I absolutely have to talk about this.
All right.
You informed me. So much of your pregnancy, our pregnancy, has been you telling me what I need to be ready for. And the thing that you told me that I still can't conceptualize is, number one, that strangers will just walk up and touch your tummy.
Okay, yeah. So for anyone just to, I've been kind of like prepping Dave that we're going to need to send out an email to everyone who's going to visit the baby probably within the first 3 months. More. I think this will probably be for the first year, but certainly the first 3 months, and kind of give everyone a sort of like rundown of what the pediatrician is telling us. Like the pediatrician is saying anyone who's visiting the baby in the first 3 months, you need to have a Tdap shot. Please don't kiss the baby for the first 3 months of its life.
Yeah.
If you have a cold sore, please don't, for the love of God, kiss the baby. If you have smoked, don't hold the baby that day. Like, go take a shower, change, and then you can hold the baby. Like, we're going to have to, and this is all what our pediatrician is telling us and everything. So we're going to have to send an email to that. And I told Dave, I'm like, we're probably going to get a pushback from a couple of people. And Dave was like, why? It's not their child. Why would they do that?
Yep.
And I was like, have you met humans?
Yeah. Okay. Let's first acknowledge that I'm right, that it is crazy. We can say what the world is and like, oh, how awful it is.
Yeah.
But let's first acknowledge that the fact that happens is crazy.
It is crazy. But we're going to have random strangers on the subway touching our baby.
Right.
Without permission.
Right.
They're just going to go like, oh, booga, booga, booga.
So that's how murders happen, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 100%.
I can't, because here's the thing. Every time I've been in a situation where I've been at a party or social gathering and there is a brand new baby, I'm incredibly like self-aware of like making sure that I'm not, that the baby's in a comfortable place, that I'm not like with my elbows next to the baby, but also like it would never cross my mind in a million years that like, oh, these new parents would be totally cool for me, clean. I have not smoked. I haven't just done heroin to just pick up the baby today. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I haven't done heroin today. That I could just pick up that baby without getting like a 3-digit login code from the parents that it's okay. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, people do that all the time. People have no boundaries when it comes to babies. And people are going to have no boundaries. Like, I am no longer viewed as a human. I am viewed as a vessel. Once I really start showing, and like I've already started popping, but like once I really start showing, people are going to strangers are going to start touching my stomach. You are going to watch strangers manhandle your wife.
Okay. Let's do, I would like to try to capture what my face will be like when that happens.
Okay.
So let's pretend we're on the subway right now.
Okay.
Okay, and we're just sitting there, and let's just say some rando with a bunch of shopping bags.
Oh my God, you're pregnant. Congratulations. And then they touch my stomach.
Rest of the trip. Rest of the trip. They need to know, like it isn't just like, ha, ha, ha. They need to know that's not okay.
I think you need to go a little old school and go like, do not touch my wife. I think you have to go. I think you got to go a little like kind of gruff dad.
That's my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think you need to do that, you need to go full George McFly and be like, you take your damn hands off of her.
Do I need to do it the way he does it?
Yes.
You take your damn hands off. Like really awkward.
I think that'll scare people away real well.
Oh, I think we figured out a new thing. Like you can be aggressive, because I'm very like not aggressive with people. Like you can be aggressive and say what you need to say, but do it like Crispin Glover. So like no one thinks you're like a weird alpha. They just think you're like a weirdo. Like
that'll scare people far faster than 100%. Being aggressive.
Yeah.
Because like we live in New York, like we breathe aggressive.
Right. You got to do something weird. Like, it's how we feel when we go outside of New York and we're like staying with a friend who doesn't live in New York City, and we're in like the guest room, and like neither of us can sleep. And it's because we don't hear traffic and sirens outside.
Yeah. I need to hear
an
ambulance and a police siren to be able to fall asleep.
Yep.
I need to hear random fireworks going off at 3 a.m. But no, our neighborhood is horrific with illegal fireworks. Like it is statistically really bad.
And I actually was walking our dog the other night, and like they were shooting. I actually got to see it, because we always hear it and we're always like, who, like why? And I actually got to watch it happen, and I just stood there with the dog just kind of going like, what are you...
I'm surprised you didn't yell at them to go do their homework.
Yeah.
But you're going to be able to yell at your baby in a few years to go do their homework.
Oh, wow. Oh, I get to be an authority. How am I going to be Oh, that's what the podcast needs to be about. How can I be an authority figure?
That's exactly how an authority figure would ask that question.
To our future kid, skip over this part. I don't know how to do that. That's a part of parenthood that I haven't really thought about, which is the confidence. Like we can talk about it later and discuss, like, was there a better way to do this? But the confidence in the moment of like, you over there now. Huh? Was that believable?
That was good.
That was good?
That was a good rough draft.
If you want. We don't say no in this house.
Yes, we do. For anyone who doesn't know, I was a nanny for like 6-7 years before I was like full-time stand-up comic content creator. And so I babysat for the houses that like, we don't say no in this house. Mm-hmm. Those children are fucking monsters. They should already be getting tracked by the FBI. Like fucking psychopaths. That's
a great transition then. What are some things that you learned from babysitting that are like, that are your like top, like, oh man, when I'm a parent?
Genuinely, so I got to watch that my richest clients, my richest families were typically my most miserable. The parents were miserable. The kids were miserable. And the families who were a little bit more like modest with their income were honestly some of the happiest. It was definitely very clear that like, wow, money doesn't make you happy. It really doesn't. I also
I'll still take it, by the way, if anyone wants to donate.
I'll still take the money. We learned rich people don't know how to spend money.
They just don't know how to spend it.
They don't know how to do it. Yep. Like, no, we can make like money can equal happiness if you know how to spend it.
It's a tale as old as time. Rich people being unhappy and poor people going like, I do it differently, and then becoming rich and then being sad.
And then being sad about it. Yeah. But one of the things that I did notice was the parents who would have a unruly child. And then the parents would go like, I don't understand where my child gets this. I don't get where this behavior comes from. 9.9 times out of 10, they're literally copying their parent exactly. Mm-hmm. It was hands down, the unruly child is unruly because they're learning that behavior from their parent. I remember there was one mom, and this was hands down like my worst family. I had to quit because it was, and I was with them for like years. The kid was just getting violent. My last time babysitting, they threw like a book at me really, really hard. And it like so hard, like I got like this huge bruise at my leg. Oh. And it was getting like worse. And this kid was like always rough, and it was getting worse every year. Bigger and bigger books. It started with magazines. I was like, shit, we're gonna like, oh God, when this kid gets into grade school and it's like gonna be an encyclopedia. Do even kids have encyclopedias? Okay, well, there, I lucked out. But so then what happened was, so this kid was like really unruly, and I remember the mom was just going like, I don't know where this child gets it. I don't know what the problem is. Like, why is this kid so angry all the time? Because like, and then literally would turn around and look at a bowl of lemons that her husband just bought lemons, and I'm gonna make up a name right now and say it, and she was like, John bought non-organic lemons. And she was just like, we have to have a lecture with John to talk about the importance of why he needs to get organic lemons. Mm-hmm. And she's doing this right in front of her fucking kid. And I'm just like, yeah, I wonder why your kid is acting like a fucking spoiled brat. Right. When you are demeaning your husband in front of her over fucking lemons. Like you could literally put the sound file of her complaining about the lemons over the sound file of the kid complaining about something else. And it's like, see how they match up exactly? And there was nothing that could make this mother happy. She was the most grumpy human being I've ever met. Like she was so upset about everything. Nothing was ever right. Something was always wrong. And this woman had like so much fucking money. She had an amazing life. Like her life was she could afford babysitters. Like I was getting hired so she could go get a massage. Right. Like that was what it was. She could work. She didn't have to work. It was fully her choice. It was so much independence. Nothing could make this. So like there were a lot of issues. But I would say the happiest kids that I really worked with were the kids that had some kind of structure. Mm-hmm. They had some sort of, I would say, flexible schedule throughout the day. And like, not like a military schedule, but definitely like they had a wake up time. We sat, we had breakfast, we went out, we did an activity, we did some stuff, we did some grocery shopping, we had lunch, and then we like did an activity. We went to the Central Park Zoo. Like there was an semblance to the day. They knew exactly what to expect. And I would really have to say the kids always know what's fair. Kids are very understanding as to, I'm not going to speak for all kids, but I would say in my experience as a nanny, kids understand what's fair. And if you really speak honestly to the kid about like, here's the situation, this is why we're doing this, they're actually going to be a lot more understanding. They do not respond well to, because I said so, right. They don't respond well to something that they know isn't fair. Like if their sibling is getting special treatment, or they know that, they're not allowed to have a cookie, but then why is mommy having cookies? Mm-hmm. They're not going to respond well to that shit. Like you had to, all the rules had to make sense. Well, I feel like it's not the end of the world. Like the way I've always tried to rationalize how I kind of maybe want to approach giving kids a structure that they need to follow is saying like, look at adulthood. Yeah. You have to develop good habits because, and as a kid, you can see adults. You can see that we're not all just bouncing around in a bouncy castle. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. I think it's like, I mean, I think it's one, acknowledging that your kid is a kid, let them be a kid, let them have a childhood, but also understand that you're not raising a kid, you're raising a future adult.
Right.
It's that kind of that balance that you have to find of allowing your child to fully have a beautiful childhood, but understanding that in very little time, this is going to be a person behind the wheel of a car.
My favorite story of when you were babysitting was I got to meet one of the kids that you were babysitting, and I was like trying to make a good impression, and I just wanted to like I'm good with kids, I can pew, pew, pew. And so like I met him, and I was just kind of like, oh, you're like it's weird that I can go up to like an 8-year-old and be like, we have something in common, but like I literally was also playing Minecraft, and I knew that he was playing, and he was like, I'm playing Minecraft, and I'm like, me too. I just got an enchantment table, and I've just like leveled up enough books to like build my enchanting table. Ooh, and the kid just goes like, that's as far as you are? Ugh. And I went like, you little asshole! Like, what are you like?
That was so that kid's energy. I loved that kid. Actually,
who else is gonna empathize with you like the way I am? Like, come on, man, throw me a bone here.
I loved that kid. That kid was one of my favorites. I was with him like almost the longest.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
He's a good kid, but like I remember that moment.
I remember he totally read you for Phil at that moment.
That's it. And I'm like,
no, when it came
I'm sorry, I have to pay a mortgage. I don't have enough time to play all day, every day.
Oh, and he lived and breathed Minecraft. Mm-hmm. He was obsessed. Now, with him and I, when we were babysitting, though, him and I, like, our go-to activity was baking. That was what him and I did, all of the time. And it was really cute because, like, he was so sweet. His dad went vegan, and so he always really wanted to like make sure that like we were making like vegan baked goods because he really wanted to make sure that like his daddy could eat it too, and it was really sweet.
That's so cute.
He was such a sweet little boy, and I really miss him a lot.
My favorite example, I never did babysitting, but I was a server for a long time, and the thing that would always happen, it would be like clockwork, would be you would get. I just need to let any rich people who happen to be watching, we can spot you a mile away. I know you think you're blending in. You're not.
You're not.
But there was when I was serving, I would always get tables where clearly I'm getting the rich family. The one night a week, they don't have the nanny taking care of the kids. Yeah. And you could tell because the son looks exactly like the parents, but the parents are like, what do you want to drink?
They had no idea.
Milk? Apple juice? Do you drink beer? Can I?
Like, what do I feed you?
We'll get some beers. And, like, do you have any allergies? And it's like, this is amazing. So there's, and look, this is not to disparage if you have the money, obviously, to be able to have a nanny who can help and support.
Of course, but you can't outsource your parenting.
You can, but then don't expect a relationship with them later. Like,
True.
I will defend, for some reason, being awful parents. Just don't look back and go, my son's being really standoffish with me. Like
why don't they come home for Christmas?
There's a reason. Yeah. It's all connected.
Yeah, then you can't be surprised.
If you're making those choices,
if you don't know that your kid's favorite drink is cranberry juice versus milk, like,
right.
Bro, you're out of touch.
So we'll definitely talk more about our future of parenting, but I wanted to, because we are only 7 weeks in. What are other things about the pregnancy that you've noticed, that you felt that what's been different this week over last week? Anything change?
My exhaustion levels.
Yeah.
It is pregnancy exhaustion is, I'm actually writing stand up about it right now. And the joke that I'm working on right now is it feels like your body roofied itself. And sleeping doesn't help. There is nothing. It feels like you are in a constant state of blackout drunk.
It's another example of how I feel bad that I feel good that you're in pain. I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning every morning because the dog jumps on my face, and there are times where like you get up to pee at 4 and you can't go back to sleep, and there is a part of me that I feel awful that you can't go back to sleep, but I'm also like, morning party, hi, this is what morning Dave is like. You never get to see this because you're always sleeping.
I'm okay with letting Morning Dave be a mystery to
You
me.
want to sleep through the morning party?
I want to sleep through. I am not a morning person for anyone who does. I hate mornings.
My favorite thing, I always say it, Laura wakes up in the morning like Neo waking up from the Matrix. Every morning, it's like her first day. She's like, it's horrific. It's so cute, but also it's like a newborn baby. It's like a newborn baby.
And you say I sleep. When I sleep, I look like a car crash victim.
Yes. When you go to bed at night, you look like a 16th century painting of like a woman like in sheets, and it's like, look at my body. And then when you wake up, or like by 5 a.m, you are just wrapped in the sheets like you were thrown clear from the car.
I don't wake up until I'm up. Technically, I'm doing work, but my brain is not functioning until about noon.
Yeah. And then the simultaneous thing is that at night, that's when your brain is going.
I'm ready to party.
I am shutting down.
Yes.
You have morning party, you have night party.
We go to sleep every night to an episode of Bob's Burgers, and
Yeah.
I am convinced that Dave has never seen the ending to any Bob's Burgers episode.
They end? That's weird.
It's so weird.
So exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
The cravings have kicked in.
Yes. This isn't new, but like, my God, my boobs hurt. And they're so big. Oh, my nipples are huge now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. Let's be careful about if we'd like to monetize this on YouTube, what we can and can't say. So
my areolas. My areolas are big enough to serve a goddamn pizza on.
Hey, YouTube, we mean saying area in an Italian accent. That's what that is. Hey, my areolas. Eh?
They are huge.
Yeah.
Oh my! I was not ready.
Yeah.
And my boobs are swollen.
Yeah.
And they hurt. Like, it feels like my boobs got in a boxing match. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And it feels like them and
Did
Mike
they win,
Tyson.
at least?
No.
No, okay.
Oh God, no. No, these are losing pains. I did not leave the fight looking good.
And again, from my end, there's nothing that I can say that makes me not seem like an insensitive asshole. I can either be like, hey, your boobs got bigger, or I can be like, oh, your tummy's getting bigger. Like, there's no kind thing to say. It's just, but I think we're doing a good job of kind of checking in and just kind of like, I think we have a good handle on where you're at, prepping maternity clothes, how long that's going to take.
I'm going to definitely start buying maternity clothes probably really soon.
Because of your hips, you have a hard time finding pants as it is, like jeans, right?
It depends on the cut. People on TikTok can't see. You can't until you see me on stage. My ass is the size of fucking Brazil. It is. I mean, it is coast to coast wide. I do not know where this ass comes from. Mm-hmm. I do not know why I have it. It gets in the way. It is, I don't know how to use it. And my hips, like, it's very clearly, like, my ancestors were very sturdy people. Mm-hmm. Like, my ancestors were people who, like, carried milk on their shoulders. Like, that's what they did.
Very low and safeguarded center of mass. Yeah.
And my hips, like, my hips are made for birthing. Like, I would have survived the Renaissance. No problem. Like, I would have been just pumping out kids. Yeah. No problem. It was going to be like, it's going to be like a little slippy slide. And it's like, obviously in like TikToks, you don't see it because it's like on my face, but on stage, they are quite noticeable. They take up most of the stage.
Yeah.
Oh, I am also like, okay, I am so scared to do anything. I am so scared. Like, I am looking up every single piece of food that I eat. I'm Googling, like, is it safe to eat bananas? Like, am I breathing correctly? Like, every single thing.
And what sucks is that, the internet, like, you go on one website and it's like, bananas are great for the baby. You go on another website, the new study
shows that bananas
will literally end your baby.
They will kill your baby.
And you're like, oh no.
It's the yellow abortion.
It's funny how you say that, because I'm at a point where I don't want to come off overbearing, but there's times where you and I are walking and I'll see like a little divot in the road 30 yards ahead, and I'll be like, I want to just oh, honey, just so you know, that thing coming up, because I don't want you to trip and fall.
We should bring traffic cones with us wherever we go, and then you can run in front of me and then just cone that little divot.
I like that plan. I still think I should just wrap you in bubble wrap.
I'll take it.
Yeah?
I want to go in a front carrier.
That's a great idea.
I just want to go in a front carrier, and that way I can take naps while we walk around. Why haven't they invented like the pregnancy mom stroller?
Yeah. Well, they have like the machines that let the husband feel what a period cramp feels like.
They have periods to stimulate.
So there needs to be literally a way for a man to feel what it's like to carry a baby, and it's literally you just carrying your wife carrying the baby.
Well, we are going to, once I get in my third trimester, we're definitely going to attach a watermelon to you. Yeah. And like 2 cantaloupes and saran wrap them, and I'm going to make you tie your own shoes. You have to walk up and down stairs.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to fight through it and pretend. I'm just letting you know now. I'm going to pretend like it wasn't a big deal just because I know I get to take it off. Because I know it's not my like every day. I'm going to be like, honey, I mean, I feel for you. I empathize, but really not that bad. Get this off. Get this off. Get this off. Oh my God. Scissors, scissors, scissors.
But I want to see what happens. Like if we stick a period cramp simulator on you, I'm very curious to see how you react. This would be my impression of you would be sitting there going, interesting. Okay. That's an interesting sensation. Like you would internalize it.
Well, let's get into it.
You're very funny with pain.
I held your boob.
Yes.
Maybe about 2 years ago for the first time. Like I've touched, but I've never like held in a utility sense.
Well, you literally, I was just like, you have to feel the weight. Like I needed you to feel the weight of like
the weight of what a boob really is.
And so like, it was the first time where it wasn't like a sexy holding.
It was practical.
A like practical, like let's measure, let's do this in the scientific method. And you were shocked.
I was like, oh, no, like I was fascinated by it. So I feel like that's going to be the case with a period cramp. If I ever did that, I'd be like, whoa, how interesting.
Also, watching you put on a bra and experiencing that was one of my favorite things.
It's horrific. It's terrible.
You were like, I hate this so much. Yeah, no, you were so cute. And then you were so impressed on how I could take a bra off with like one hand, just like.
Didn't think it was possible.
You literally fought me on it. It
was like a David Blaine sketch.
You were like, there's no way.
I was like, that's what you're saying isn't like anatomically possible.
Well, because I was like, Dave, take my bra off. Do it. Like we were 16. I was like, take my bra off. See, I want to see it. And you with both of your hands were like trying to do it. And I was just like, that's how you do it. Like, what?
Look, you'd think that with the person you married, there wouldn't be a lot of pressure. That like she loves you no matter what. But when the person who like you've married is like, do it. Let's see it.
I want to see you do it.
You're like, and no.
You treated me like fucking Copperfield when I just reached behind my back with one hand and in one quick motion went and it flew off. Well, you were like, Lord, we need to sell tickets for this.
Honey, in my defense,
this has never been done.
You are good at close-up magic, so I maybe still don't think you can do it.
Well, I need to get new bras soon because I'm right now wearing my sports bra.
Yeah.
Right now, and that's like all I can fit into at the moment.
Is that just because it's all you can fit into?
Yeah, but it's also it's comfortable. But I definitely am going to need to get some new bras coming up soon because my boobs are growing like the fucking blob. They're just collecting more matter.
It's fascinating a man's journey to his relationship with boobs, like the way it starts. And then when you get into adulthood where it's like, I need to protect my wife's boobs. It's gonna be real. Like, I'm thinking about it very differently. I'm still thinking about boobs a lot, but in a very different way. And I'm going to write that as a bit. That sounds great.
I love how I come to you and I should like, Dave, my boobs are bigger. Look at them. Look at the size of the areolas now. That is an everyday occurrence.
And like as a kid, I used to fantasize of like my wife just walking into a room and going, look how big my boobs are. And it is happening.
Slightly different context.
Just slightly different context.
I mean, I'm not presenting it on the most sexy platter.
No,
it's more scientific going like, hey, check it out.
Have you had any more kind of thoughts? Because we talked last time about how the practicality of what you need to do with your pregnancy has kind of taken.
Okay. Can I say one thing that this hit me recently? And it's so stupid. It makes no sense. Because you and I were so focused on getting pregnant, we were so focused on being pregnant, that now that I'm pregnant, I'm now realizing, oh, fuck, I have to give birth now.
Now? Yeah. That wasn't part of it?
I don't know. Like, I wasn't like thinking about it in a very practical sense.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going to have to give birth. Shit.
Well, it is really weird. I was talking to a relative who just gave birth, and she was like super chill about it. Like, to a point where I'm like, I know you did give birth, but you're talking about it like, yeah, just like, 48 hours and you're in, you're out. I'm like, no. You're not in, you're out.
Well, they say like once a pregnant person gives birth, like a hormone is released for them to like forget how bad it was.
Really? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's why people continue to get pregnant because then they're like, oh, I forgot how bad this was.
Yeah. I mean, if I were a woman and I were about to give birth, what would give me a little bit of confidence is knowing how many people have birthed multiple times. It's not something you do once and then you go, F that, never again. Well, oh my God. There are a lot of people who do, but there's also a lot of people who don't, which would tell me like, okay, like there's a chance it can go well enough that I'd like to do it again,
But I am now getting hit with the fact of like, shit, I'm going to have to give birth. I'm going to be split in two. Oh my God. an entire human is going to come out of me.
Isn't it weird to think that like what we're going through, all the feelings, all the thoughts, all the work that we're doing, all the prep, all of the biological stuff that's happening is what happened every time you see a person.
Yeah.
Every time you walk down the street.
It's everyone goes through the same thing.
Every animal.
Of various degree. Every animal.
Animal. It's everything you see.
The animals make it look easy. Mm-hmm. Even though some of them involve hooves. I mean, you ever like watch a goat getting born and you're just like, oh man, those hooves. Honey. Or like you see a dolphin and you like the dorsal fin. Like,
yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So what have you discovered and what have you thought about? Are you scared?
Yes. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pregnancy, birth is the most like high risk medical thing someone with a uterus can put themselves into.
Right.
I mean, it's like, it really is like, oh, I could die.
Yeah, but also, I'll tell you what doesn't help.
I have a friend who was born and pulled out their mother's uterus with them.
Oh my God.
And then they put the uterus back. And then her second child did the same thing.
Oh my God. Were there like handholds on the uterus? Like, what is the deal?
I don't know.
This is what doesn't help, are the number of times you hear stories where the person having the baby going into labor has to like convince the doctors that something is serious.
Yes.
Like the number of stories I've heard where it's like the doctors were like chewing gum, like playing Snake on their phone and like, and I'm like, excuse me, it's coming. And they're like, it's not coming for another hour. And then the baby comes. Like that would terrify me. The number of stories where it's like, they're not like, we've got it. Boom, here we go.
Well, that is why we've made the decision that my mom is going to be present, because my mom is going to bully the fuck out of those doctors and nurses. I love my mother and I got to watch her. So like my grandfather, we were, taking care of him in his end of his life. And my mom was like the main caretaker. And so she was there with all the hospital visits and everything. And she was fucking like, she was catching shit before the doctors were. And she was like, come on. And I mean, she was right. There was never a time where she was wrong. She caught literally fucking everything. And I was watching that going like, yeah, that's what I want. I want her to be like moral support for you.
Yeah.
so that, because like she's done this before, and so that for you, you're not. Is this normal? Is this? She'll be there going like, nope, not normal. Get the doctor now. Let's go.
Now I would like to reassure you. I promise not to be like Dick Van Dyke or like Bob Newhart going like, oh, could I? Oh no, like I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be like, excuse me. Like I'm gonna be there.
I know,
but I understand that the fact that we have a support system where it is possible for your mother to come and do this, and I think is wonderful, and we should absolutely do that, and I'm totally here for it.
No, and she's there to support you. Like she wants to give you like you get like, this is, the floor is yours. She's there for backup. Yeah. And I say this with the most love in my heart. My mother's terrifying.
Yeah.
She's terrifying. I love that about her.
The sweetest person in the world.
Oh, she's the kindest, sweetest, most generous person. She will give you the shirt off of her back.
But do not cross her.
No.
Yeah. Don't give her a reason.
No. Yeah. I mean, she's the exact same way as like my grandfather. Mm-hmm. My grandfather was the kindest, sweetest human being in the world. He's also a Holocaust survivor. Yeah. And it's like, they're the same way, the nicest people. But if you fuck up, like if you do something morally, ethically wrong around them, oh, good luck.
Right.
Good fucking luck.
So that's the plan. And the other plan is I have to put nail polish on the baby's head as soon as the baby's born. Okay,
my biggest fear is that the baby is going to get switched at the hospital, or like it's going to get kidnapped at the hospital. Like I have
that we're going to get weird, not our baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like Demon Baby. Yeah. It's going to be fucking Damien.
So in your head, you think that our baby is born, and they're okay. You go rest now. And they walk into the maternity ward, and they just kind of go, shh, this bed, and they don't write anything down. They don't catalog anything, and then they come back, and they're just kind of like, oh, I went this way. I went that way. This looks right. Do you think that's
yes. Yes. I want nail polish, some kind of marker on the fucking kid to mark that, like, this is the high Columbo baby.
Right.
I mean,
I don't think we're going to need to, because I think that I've seen your baby pictures. Baby's going to come out with a full mane of hair.
Well, and I am getting heartburn, and the old wives' tale is that heartburn equals your baby has hair.
Okay.
And if the baby does take after me, it will have a full head of hair.
Let's talk about some of these old wives' tales real quick, because these are crazy. It's like, if you like pears, that means it's going to have a sixth toe. Like it's all over the place. And you seem very like open to them all.
No, I mean, I think they're fun. Okay. I think they're funny. Like
it's like astrology.
It's astrology. It's fun. Like, I don't know. Like, let's have some fun with it. But I'm not like live or die by them. Yeah. But I think they're fun to experience. And here's the thing. Like they're going like, if you're carrying low, you are having a boy. If you're carrying high, you're having a girl. Right. And it's like, in terms of like all the old wives' tales of like girl or boy, it's like I'm having experiences from both of the categories. Like, and I also, like, with that, I think want to mention that you and I are not finding out the gender. We're not finding out the sex. We're not doing that. And because we don't give a shit. I find it, because I'm seeing this so much on the internet, parents who care about the sex of their baby, I find to be so weird. Like watching a parent crash out at their gender reveal that they're having a boy or they're having a girl and that's not what they want, and they literally get pissed off on camera. Yeah.
It reminds me of like the
psychotic behavior
of like stories where it's like children have their entire lives, like King Arthur, kind of, where it's like he was betrothed from birth. His entire life was set out in front of him. You see that when these gender reveal parties happen, where it's like, we're going to have this kind of baby, which means I'm going to do this, and they're going to do this. And it's like, if
you have dreams of, if you are like obsessed with like, I want to be a girl, I want to be a girl dad or a boy mom, whatever it is, like, unpack that shit.
Yeah.
unpack it.
Right.
It's really weird that you are this obsessed with your child's reproductive organs.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Well,
You're obsessed with your child's reproductive organs, and you have dictated how parenting is going to go by if they have a penis or vagina.
You know what I have noticed? You and I have talked about it, but only in the context of what is their journey going to be and what kind of obstacles are they going to have to overcome because of what society imposes on them.
I mean, we've definitely talked about, like, if we have a boy, we want to ensure that we treat consent. We're not doing the boys will be boys crap.
Right.
And if we have a girl, we want to make sure that she also understands consent and feels very empowered to say no.
And within that spectrum, whatever it is that they decide to do and they decide to be, like, they're just starting from a different starting point on the game board.
Yeah.
That's fucked up and terrible because of homophobia, racism, sexism, and all
transphobia
of
and all of it. Yeah.
the insanity that the world, they're just starting on a different part of the game board. So I am, like, curious where they're gonna start on the game board, just purely for that, so that we know what we're starting from and what to build from and what we need to teach them.
And to ensure that we're giving them the correct tools for the starting point.
Right.
But I mean, like, fucking gender is fluid, you know, it's non-binary. You know, who knows what kind of kid who we're going to have or who they're going to be. Our job isn't, I actually really loved we just saw Superman, and I actually really loved the quote that it's like, it's not up to the parents to dictate who the child is supposed to be. You're just, or
it's their choices.
It's their choice. We're just
make
supposed
them who
to.
they are. Oh yeah, we're supposed to like
provide tools.
Yeah, provide
so
the tools
that
that they can
make a fool of themselves. And I think that, like, I completely agree with that sentiment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there as a guide at best to ensure that, like, obviously you are emotionally and physically safe, and to give you the best chance at finding your authentic self and figuring out your place in the world, and ensure that you always know you're loved.
Although starting a framework comparing our child to Superman is probably setting some unrealistic goals.
Fair enough. Yes. I'm so sorry to future child. Although I do have to say, I've always liked the name Clark.
Yeah, it's a good name.
I do like the name Clark.
I think just culturally, it's a good guy. That's a good guy. You know, yeah.
Like, watching it, I was just like, I want to put Clark on the list. I was definitely like, my nerdy self was like, I would put Kal-El on the list.
Of course, yeah, but we can't because Nicolas Cage already named his son Kal-El.
Ah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Nicolas Cage.
Weird comic book nerds have already, like, mined that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. So then, I don't know. I'll put Clark. Can we put Clark on the list?
Let's put Clark on it. Yeah. Although Clark Columbo.
Clark Columbo.
Ugh.
Clark High.
Yeah.
We don't have a good neither of us have good last names for Clark.
No, we don't.
We'll have to think about it.
We have to call him C-Train.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we kind of do.
No, we do?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got to do.
So, official legal name Clark, or are we just going with C-Train?
We'll have to talk about that.
That'll
be next week's episode.
the C-Train, though, has so much construction on it, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's cursing the child.
As every person has construction that they need to do inside.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think we've covered a lot of great stuff. I think this was a great week 7, honey. Week 7.
Week 7. Well, let me ask you as our final thoughts. Are there anything about the pregnancy, the birth, now this is a very real thing for us. Is there anything you're freaking out about?
Yeah, but what am I willing to talk about? No. Yeah, I mean, I'm just terrified of my body breaking down. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to eat better. Every time I look at parent, I'm just seeing a lot of lifting, a lot of energy, a lot of. I had a freak out where I fantasized about falling asleep with my infant on the train. And I know that this is what all new parents deal with. The exhaustion aspect, the terrify. I forget what comedian is, but someone did a great bit where it's like, why the hell do we put children in the responsibility of people and then we refuse them sleep? Like, you're taking people who are sleep deprived and putting the most important thing in their life in their hands it's not a good system.
Yeah.
And I do think that there is this aspect where it's like, every dad who I've talked to has been like, it's awesome. You love it. Your adrenaline goes. It sucks. You get tired, of course, but it's the best feeling in the world. And you know you're doing it for a good reason. And they always talk about it in a positive sense. I'm just curious how, that's what it is. I'll tell you what it is. I'm curious how no sleep Dave, who is the happiest he's ever been, I'm curious what that Dave is like.
We're going to meet him in a matter of 7 months.
Okay.
I mean, and it's going to start on the birth. Yeah. I mean, because we're going to be a little sleep deprived.
A little bit.
During that moment. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be, it'll be hopefully a short amount of time, but it'll be longer probably than what either of us would like. I mean, I want to be in and out 1 minute. Mm-hmm. That's not what it's going to be.
But you're going to be mad at your birthing hips if this takes a long time. You're going to be like, people have told me forever I had birthing hips.
Why the fuck are they this big?
Right,
I'm like, are they just for show?
Yeah.
Kick in.
For years later, people are going to mention birthing hips and you're going to like butt in and be like, it's bullshit.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Fucking lies the internet and the deep state tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my hips are so wide that if the baby doesn't fucking just walk out, I'm going to be upset.
Right.
I want a refund on the hips.
At least not on the baby.
Not on the baby, on the hips.
Okay. All right. Deal.
Okay. So
cool. That's been this week. Please like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you'd like us to talk about. We'll bring it up. Tell a friend if you like this, and we'll
follow us on social media.
Yeah, follow us on social media, and we will do this again next week. And thank you so much for listening and giving us a little bit of your time, and our child a little bit of their tuition.
Yay! Baby money, baby fund.
Baby money. We love you all. Have a good one.
And love you, our future child. I hope you're okay with this.
Did you get to the end of the podcast? You should be studying right now. You didn't.
See, look at that. You did great. Authority.
Sorry.